So I'm not gonna do much. I'm gonna focus more on my skin and then just do a bit of light makeup. So I'm gonna start with this Laneige hydrating serum, and I'm just gonna apply that all over my face. Okay, so next I'm gonna seal it in with this Tarte moisturizer. Just applying that. Now I'm just gonna give that a few minutes to like really set in, so I don't just slap things on it and they move around. Just really let the skin soak it in. And then after I do that, I'm gonna apply some primer. So this is another hydrating product, which is the Milk Hydro Boost Primer. I'm just gonna apply that only on certain places. So like underneath my eyes, around my nose, and on this part of my face. And just a tiny bit, whatever is left, on my forehead. While that is absorbing into the skin, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows. And I do need to pluck a little bit, I can see, even through the camera. And I'm doing it in the bathroom, well, one of the bathrooms, and this one in particular doesn't have the mirror that up close, so I'm kind of at a distance. And I hope I don't end up looking crazy. Now I'm going to be mixing in a little bit of my foundation and a little bit of my concealer, and I'm just going to dot it in certain places. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand, just like that. And then apply some of this concealer. Just to kind of neutralize the tone. And just a little bit more concealer because I do want it a tiny bit lighter. And then I'm just applying that here, 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 where I have some trouble spot on the bridge of my nose, and a tiny bit on the forehead, but hardly any at all. I don't usually do my forehead very much. I'm gonna blend that in with a concealer brush and just kind of in dabbing motions to try to keep as much coverage in as I can. And I don't have many plans today. It's more like a lazy Sunday, so we'll probably just get food or something. Because we ate at home for breakfast and lunch, but in the evening we'll probably go get something. And here I just try to be really careful to really get in the under eyes as much as I can. Now I'm gonna take my contour stick. Contour my face with this, just a little bit. I ended up using my fingers or my nose. I was gonna use a brush, but I got too lazy to go and look for one. And I'm gonna use a brush like this one to blend it in, and I'm just blending upwards. Now for a liquid blush, I'm going to be taking this blush in the color Bubblegum. And it's just a really pretty light pink. And I'm going to be dotting on my cheeks, but also using it kind of like contour. And then I'm going to blend it with this really nice brush. Very useful for nearly everything. I'm gonna be setting all of that with this powder, and this is in the color Banana Bread. And I'm also gonna be using a sponge like this one to kind of set in wherever I put in some concealer, mostly, and on my eyelids too. While that is still kind of setting, I'm gonna be going over with my a bronzer, powder bronzer. So just kind of going over what I already did to bring back some of that color. Next is blush, of course. I'm going to be using this one from NARS, and it's in the color Thrill. So I'm using two brushes. First, this one to just apply that here. And drag it back down here. Like that. And on the other side as well. And next, this little one to kind of be more precise around my nose. Apply the blush like I'm contouring my nose, kind of, you know, like that. Now I'm taking a powder foundation. This is Laura Geller's powder foundation, and I'm taking the little sponge that comes with it and just going over underneath my eyes and on my lids as well. I'm gonna blend it all in with a different brush, so just blend in all the powders I use. Not taking any white eyeshadow I can find. I'm just gonna highlight. I'm kind of shaky in here in this camera, like I'm looking in the camera, not the mirror. And that. And drag it down just a little bit. So I have, my lashes are permed, but I'm still gonna curl them and apply some mascara. I forgot, before I do my lashes, I'm gonna be drawing just a little bit like a liner with brown eyeshadow here. I'm using, this one from Il Makiage, but anyone will do. Now I'm applying mascara, and I'm using this one from Lancome, and it's waterproof, so you can really hold the lash. Now for lips, I just applied a random pink lipstick from L'Oreal that I have. That is not very long lasting, but I'm too lazy to go downstairs and grab my lip tint. So this will have to do, and I'm just lining my lips with, I think it's Pillow Talk. Finally, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of makeup setting spray. And that's it. This is how my makeup ended up looking like.